Good morning to you all. Hey, how you all doing? Sorry it's been a while, but been busy kinda. So today we're gonna make a special video. I think I'm gonna try to twist in two things in the same video. Right now we just ate. We're somewhere in the middle of, I think we're right between Saitama and Chiba Prefecture in a way, and we're at Coco's. Just got done eating Coco's. It was really good. Got a good deal. $13 for two of us for all you can eat breakfast buffet. I had a coupon, so that's pretty cool. And let's go over the car real quick. Let's check out the numbers. So check it out, guys. I took the wheel covers off. Man, I love these wheels. But check this out. This is something I want to talk to you about. These are permanent scratches from the wheel covers. Somebody mentioned it in my comments. Right here too. Somebody mentioned that in my comments a while back. Says don't leave the covers on because they scratch your wheels. And I left them on too long. I didn't take them off and clean my wheels for like 2 months. And when I popped them off, dirt and brake dust and stuff got underneath and they scratched them up. So I personally recommend with these new black Geminis, I recommend just taking the covers off when you first get the car and leave them off. And if you have to put them on, clean the tires really well, clean the wheels really well, clean the clips really well on the covers and put them on. But when you get back from wherever you had to, like a long trip or something, take the covers back off and just leave them off. Otherwise you get scratches. I'm a little bummed about it, but what can I do? Brand new car and I already got scratches on my wheels, but you live and learn, I guess. I don't think Tesla will do anything about it, even though they didn't warn. Somebody in the comment section warned, but nobody at Tesla warned about that. So yeah, that kind of sucks. So I wanted to mention that in the video, as well as I just washed it last week, and the very next day we had a typhoon come through and just like got it all dirty again. But check it out, bugs all over it. It's really lots of bugs today, and so it's filthy. So excuse the filth, like right here. But since I put that treatment on, the things just rub right off. Yeah, the marks, like these are bug guts. They just come right off with just barely touching it. Usually, not that one, huh? I don't want to scrub, but yeah, it's pretty amazing that treatment I put on. I've talked about before. And you can see some of the dirt here gets built up. When I was washing it last time, I did find a teeny rock chip somewhere. Right here, I think. No, it's not it. Here? No. Anyways, there's right here. Here it is. Teeny tiny little rock chip. I did find a rock chip on my bumper. And I got a teeny tiny rock chip on my glass somewhere. I can't see it right now. It's really teeny. This teeny little rock that got shot out from a little K car that was in front of us. So we weren't even going fast. We were going about 40 kilometers an hour. And it's just a bing. I guess because it's so teeny, I was able to just take a little teeny piece of my glass. But it's not even enough of a chip to do repair or anything. The resin wouldn't attach probably. It's nothing important, but you gotta watch out for the teeny rocks. The teeny rocks, they'll get you. But that's all I have for damage so far on the car is that teeny tiny. I mean, from here you wouldn't even know. You have to get really up close. And once again, I can't even find it right now. It's impossible to see. You have to look really hard. So far, holding up really well. No rock chips. No rock chips in the quarter panels. Oh, that's dirty. Just filth. Just filth from the typhoon. Have you guys noticed, anybody else with a Tesla Model Ys, the back of it gets filthy. It gets the worst. And for some reason, right here, it's always like this big sooty, it's like a sooty area because we have a lot of diesel trucks. And the diesel just accumulates here for some reason. I don't know why. So it's really filthy right here. Isn't that crazy? Now I have a dash cam, but I'm going to charge it starting now. I dug it out of my sub trunk, and so I'll shoot some video. But right now there's nothing really to look at. I was just on 16. I'm going to be changing. I'm turning right onto 4 real soon here. Route 4. Route 4 will take you to Saitama and Tochigi Prefecture eventually. and we're gonna go 4 for a while. We're heading to Guma today. We're gonna go. This trip's gonna be awesome. We're gonna go to the highest point in Japan, highest mountain in Japan, highest point, and it's famous for onsen, natural hot springs, and some of the most famous natural hot springs are in that area as well, and because they have the highest sulfur content of all Japan. And so people, they actually brag about it, like, yeah, I took a bath in that sulfur and sulfur water, and I stunk for 3 days. You can't get it off your skin, I guess, once you do it, but it's supposedly really good for your body, really healthy. So Japanese flock to it. The thing is, what's interesting about it is they're mixed gender ofuros. Yeah, they're natural hot springs, and you take baths with the women. Now the women, they get a long towel, or sometimes even it depends on where you go, they get a funky little dress to wear. The men have to go full Monty. And so that's crazy. But yeah, I don't think I'll try that. If I do, I'll put it in a video somehow. I mean, I won't show myself, but you know what I'm saying. If I go in, I'll show you what the water is super high sulfur, so it's cloudy, can't see in it very well, and it stinks really, really bad, but it's really healthy, supposedly. But yeah, it's gonna be a cool trip, I think. Highest point in all of Japan, and yeah. So let's go over the numbers real quick. Alrighty. Oh, feels good in here. It's already 35 degrees outside today. 35 degrees centigrade is, well, it's what, 100 degrees, I think, 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And with the humidity, it's like 70-some%. It's crazy. You want to change it? You go to display. Scroll. And temperature. Go to Fahrenheit. There it is. Oh, okay, right now it's 95 degrees Fahrenheit right now outside with a high humidity. So 35 degrees centigrade is 95 Fahrenheit, and that's crazy. But where we're going, since it's the highest point in Japan, supposedly it's supposed to be cool, quite cool. So that's why we're heading out there. Whew, feels good in this car though. Whoa, this car feels good. So let's go over the numbers. Go back to trips. I charged this up last night. No, 2 nights ago at my house. 200%. I haven't done that for weeks. I'm not being good about that. So since charge, we've traveled 75 kilometers, averaging 127 watt hours per kilometer, which is not great, but because we're using air conditioning, it's not bad considering you're using air conditioning all the time. Distance is on trip A. Oh, I have to reset trip A. I didn't show you guys that. So my odometer, I'm at 6,201 kilometers. I know. My wife's not happy. What do you have to set up for our car insurance for 1 year? Oh my gosh, we're only 4,000. We've only had the car for what is 4 months? 3 months? Almost 4 months. And we're already 4,000 kilometers away from our 1 year thing. We get really good insurance rates over here if you keep the mileage down. We're paying very low. I'm paying for a whole year on this car, full coverage, a little over $1,000 a year, barely, just a little over $1,000 a year. But that's promising we're only going to go 10,000 kilometers a year. Ain't gonna happen. This car, it has such excellent. The Leaf was a little easier to do because the range was limited. This car has such excellent range that it's just too easy to go far. And so we're killing it. We're killing it on that. So, yeah. Anyways, these are the numbers. I'm going to reset trip A, actually. I guess I don't have to. Did I reset trip A? I don't think I did. No, because since last charge, right? I didn't reset it last time. I should have reset it the same time I charged up. I'm going to reset it. Hello, reset. So I'm going to reset it. And, I mean, I know when you do your current drives, it resets automatically every time you stop the car. But still, I should have reset trip A a long time ago. That was my bad. So that's not good. Oh well. Let's take a look at the map. So yeah, I'm going to be turning soon. We're heading off. It's a long trip. In about 86 kilometers, we will be stopping to supercharge, and that's the only supercharger from there to our destination, and then until we come back. So I'm gonna have to charge up really good, because if it's guesstimating, if I charge for 10 minutes, it'll get me to the destination, but I only have 13% left battery, because it's just going up. We're going up mountains. We're going really high up. And I know I'll be regenerating a lot coming down, but I don't know. That's pushing it. I think I want a little bit more of a buffer, so for return trip, because there's no superchargers anywhere until Takasaki from that other location, so I have to be careful. Up north, we don't have a lot of supercharger network. South of Tokyo and south, lots of superchargers. North of Tokyo, not so many. And then, you know, with Elon, what he did recently with firing the whole supercharger people, all of the staff, we're not going to have any more development for a while. So yeah, we'll make do with what we got, though. I'm not worried. I'm not stressed at all. This car is incredible. I'm averaging, when I charge to 100% on this car, I average about, what it says I can do is about 550 kilometers without air conditioning, of course, or very low air conditioning. I can go about 520 with the air conditioning really low, set low. I don't mean cold. I mean barely. It's just doable inside the car. If I have it like barely working, I can go about 520 kilometers with no air conditioning. About 550 is what I'm averaging. Like right now, of course, I've been sitting here, so it's going to be off. It's going to be off right now, but right now at 74% is showing projected 361 kilometers of range on there, 319 there. So yeah, it's still doing pretty good. That's with the air conditioning on. But when the car sits, it really does. I have to, when we're driving, I'll try again. I'll show you when I'm driving. When you're driving, it shows better numbers than that. But yeah, let's get going. Okay. Welcome back. Well, we're on, what are we on right now? I don't even know what highway we're on right now. Well, we've been zigzagging like crazy. We're still quite a ways away from our destination. But we've been driving long enough, I think I can show you what the average is showing. It's right now going down because we're kind of going up a slow hill, so you can see the number's going to drop while I'm showing us this stuff to you. But it's showing 306 kilometers of projected range. Right now, it went up a little bit. That's good. Probably because we're slowing down. On here, let's see, 61%. I did not mean to do that. There we go. At 61%, we're showing 265 kilometers of range right there. And so there's a little bit of discrepancy because right now it's doing fairly good. Fairly good on eco driving. I've got the autopilot on and we're just cruising nice and smooth. There's nothing to look at. It's just really kind of boring scenery around here. So luckily the dash cam is almost charged up, I think, but I'm gonna charge it for about an hour. Probably has another hour to go, but there's nothing to really show anyway, so kind of boring. So 400 meters, I have to do something. I gotta turn right soon, so I gotta move over. I'll talk more later, guys. All right, we are in Guma now, and we're on 17. Ooh, and the lines are not very well posted, you know, not very well painted here. So autopilot's having a bit of a hard time staying in its lane. It's kind of ping-ponging around, but it's not autopilot's fault. The lines are, sometimes you barely can see them, and the car freaks out. So yeah, I want to say something real quick. Yeah, I made a few videos from P's Garage. It's an indoor car wash in Matsudo, and I've promoted it kind of in a few of my videos. And I really can't, in good faith, do it anymore. I've never had a smooth time with them, and they just keep changing their policies rapidly over and over. Every time I visit, I go about once a month. I usually went there about once a month to do a good thorough cleaning inside and out of the car. And it's expensive. Like I always said, that it's always been kind of pricey. It's about $40 to $50 depending on how long you're gonna do it. I do 2 hours. 2 hours is a little over 4,000 yen, and that it does include all the they include everything: gloves, towels, soaps, power washer, all the stuff, suds gun. So that part was nice, but they were constantly changing their policies on time and everything. They used to give you a buffer time when you got there. You get about a 10-minute buffer. they took that away. They raised the rates. They've always been really weird about the noise, which is really hilarious because they do auto tailing there as well. So they're constantly using all kinds of power tools, making noise with the buffers and the power washers and stuff. And you hear them yelling over the noise, talking to each other and stuff. And but when I was polishing my car with that compound, the ceramic compound, we wanted to listen to the music. I turned on the music very light. It was barely audible. And they came over and they said, "Oh, no, you can't have your music. That's too loud." I'm like, "Wait, what? We can barely hear it." "Oh, no, these walls are too thin. People complain." And I was like, "Oh, okay, but you use your other stuff's way noisier." But anyways, all I'm saying is just they're just kind of quirky people. They're very odd. Another thing happened was, like I said, I washed the car last week, and then the very next day a typhoon rolled through. And the reason why is I made an appointment. Like, they always want you to make an appointment like a week at least in advance. Made an appointment, and then the day before we found out the typhoon changed direction and it started heading towards us. And so my wife called and said, "Hey, can we reschedule for Saturday instead of Wednesday? Reschedule Saturday." And they said, "No, you can't do it. Even for acts of God, acts of nature, they won't allow you to reschedule." We weren't canceling, we're rescheduling. I understand that you kept saying we don't allow cancellations. If we do it for you, we have to do it for everybody. And I understand if someone's just being a jerk, like, "Oh, geez, I don't want to do it." Yeah, they're going to charge you. But for a typhoon, we weren't canceling, we're rescheduling. They wouldn't let us do it. And they said they would have charged us. They would have sent us the bill. I was like, son of a gun. So I just finally had enough. They're just not the best people to deal with. The facilities was nice. It was a very nice facility, but they weren't the best people to deal with. So if you live in Japan or live near Matsudo and you think about using P's Garage, I don't recommend it. It's just, they're odd. They're a little weird. I think it's family run. They're odd. So there are other places, I think, maybe in Tokyo. I'm gonna try one in Tokyo next, and I'll make a video of that. Let you guys know what I think. That's nice. What was nice about Peace Garage was brand new, basically, and so the facilities was still really clean, and all the materials all the things you got to use were still in really good shape. Tokyo, well, I don't know what it's gonna be like. We'll have to wait and see. So yeah, I just want to throw that in this video real quick. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, Peace Garage didn't really work out. All right, we're at the charging station just before our, this is our kind of last one. Well, there's one more, but kind of last charger until our destination. It says 5 minutes remaining at 56%. We're showing 242 kilometers here. 261 here right now at the current charge for range. Oops, did not mean to do that. Go like that. 56% right now, and so 5 minutes. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to charge probably to at least 80%. I'll probably charge to. I have it set to 100 because I have to use the restroom, and way over there is a toilet, and I don't want to get overcharged. Like the late, what do you call it, idle fee. I don't want to get charged idle fee, so I'm going to charge it. I'm going to set it to 100%, and I got to get going right now if I want to make it back in time, technically. But yeah, I'm definitely going to charge more because they're saying Monza right now, it'll be 3%. Come on, focus, stupid thing. It'll be 3% because it's 91 kilometers from here. And that's pretty high up also, but we might want to drive around when we get up there. And there's no superchargers in Monza. Let's see here. So we're going up the mountains, going up the mountains, going up the mountains. You can see all the hairpins going up the mountains, and then here is where we're headed to, and it's pretty high up, and it's pretty cool. Now there are thunderstorms. There's gonna be thunderstorms, so that's kind of sucks. Don't know what the view is gonna be like. The stupid camera is still charging. It's 12:20, so we have been charging for about 2 hours now. Kids watching me make a video. It's cute. I gotta get going though if I'm gonna make it in time. So, anyways, I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, so this charger is at a roadside station called Michinueki in Takasaki, Guma. There's absolutely not much around. Yeah. Lots of farming, a lot of factories. Pretty big parking area, which is nice, but they put the superchargers on the far in other side, so that part sucks. It's 37 degrees outside right now, woo, which is probably like 99 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll put it up on the screen, but it's pretty warm outside. It's a nice toasty warm walk over to the toilet. So yeah, things are going well. Things are going well though. The car's just handling great. It's a little windy, sorry. I've been using the autopilot most of the time. Oh, it's too windy. I'll talk more later. Yeah, that's a hot one. Showing 39 degrees.
What is that?
In centigrade. What is that in Fahrenheit? 101 degrees in Fahrenheit, according to that. But it's mainly because the air conditioning is going, creating heat, cooling the battery.
Now turn left.
I want to charge to 90% because even right now at 76%, we're only showing 24% when we get there. And keep in mind, there are 0 chargers up in the mountains for this car. So I'm probably going to, and I don't even know this, I'm not sure if 90% is going to be enough. I'm not charging 100% on the supercharger. And I've never done 90%. I always charge like 65, 70 max with superchargers. This is the first time I've done it to 90. I have dropped the battery, finally started dropping. It's gone down 0.2% so far. Last time I checked, I don't know, maybe after this I might go more because it's been so hot this summer over here. And every time I charge, it kind of cooks the battery because it gets pretty hot. And so yeah, it was I showed a slight degradation last time I checked. It was at 99 point something because it's 0.2% degradation. It was 99.8% health last time I checked. And so yeah, got 10 minutes left. It's only doing 66 kilowatts. These chargers are only 130 kilowatt chargers. They're older ones. No, now, yeah, because the higher you get, we're at 78. The closer you get to 90, it's going to slow down more. Earlier, I had another car. With these, you don't want to be right next to. There was another car right next to us, and it was really going slow. So it did speed up once I moved. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cheap. It doesn't charge much at this rate. It doesn't charge much, but I already got charged once. So probably able to get her probably close to 18, 19 bucks. Send 1,900 yen probably altogether. Charge it to 90%. It's a small battery on this car. So yeah. Let's see what it says. I'm showing 344 kilometers of range here and 370 here. That's their car. 80% right now. So 28% when I get there right now. That's low, but I am going to be coming down, so it should be enough as long as I don't drive a lot up there. I wanted to go the highest. Right now, I have it set for the hot springs area, where the highest sulfur hot spring in the Japan area. The highest part of Japan is further away, and I don't know. I probably won't be able to go there today. Also, what's the point if there's not going to be any view if it's pouring down rain anyways? So yeah, it is what it is. We just decided to take a drive because our city is having its fireworks festival today, and it's the 50th anniversary, so it's going to be just crazy packed. So we wanted to get out of our city, and also it's super hot again, so we wanted to stay in a nice air-conditioned car. Yeah, my watch is Tesla's letting me know your charge is almost done. Yeah, not really though. 10 minutes still.
If you're somewhere.
Yeah. If I was over there, I wouldn't make it in time. 10 minutes. Well, of course, if I ran, I'm okay. It's really far away. The road station is really, really far away. Alrighty. So after this, I'll unplug and my gosh, it's still charging. I want to hook up the dash cam pretty soon here, so we have some good video. Cutie. Cute little kid in the car staring at us. So, he has our car. Yeah, that's the same car as ours.
Cover.
Yeah, so it means he's got the rear-wheel drive. He's got the rear-wheel drive car. Most likely. He plugged in too long. He put a sunshade up and took off. I guarantee you got idling fees. Oh well. All right, showing 5 minutes remaining now to 90%. That's good. All right, I'll see you soon.
if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to get
give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub, or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up, play the game, bruh.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'm ever stopping.
I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top,
I'm always flirting with pain, she like to hurt me and maim. I'm always working to change, but she's still lurking the same. I keep on building a dynasty while the haters be trying me. But they hate from inside, you see, hate themselves in society. So I let them speak quietly while my actions speak wider. See, they be hiding in privacy with the screen. Oh, the irony to hate someone who's trying to be whatever they would like to be. We all feel the anxiety, we make our own rivalries. Yo, so where is all the positivity? I feel like we all just hate on everything, it's killing me. Thoughts build quick, causing different possibilities. Negative thoughts will cause different disabilities. So do better, work hard under pressure. If you got no time, work smarter than ever. Don't ever let them tell you that you can't never say never. And turn your mind into the truest of go-getters.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'm ever stopping.
I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
Well, we made it. We're in Monza. I hope the video showed up on the GoPro. Like, it was just gorgeous getting up here. Unbelievable. But wow. The volcanic sulfur is really strong. And they have emergency shelters. There is volcanic activity. They have alarms and emergency shelters all over the place. A little worried about that because a couple years ago, some people did get killed from something like that. I don't know if it was in this area, but something like that. A mountain kind of blew up and rocks fell on their head and killed them. But the sulfur smells really crazy. Let's go over the numbers real quick. So since we last stopped, we've traveled 79 kilometers. Took about 2 hours. Averaged 260 watt hours per kilometer. Since last charge, 93 kilometers, 221 watt hours per kilometer. Since I reset, we've gone over 100 miles, 180 kilometers, and showing 174 watt hours per kilometer average energy. So that's not too bad. Look at the temperature, guys. It's gone way down. I don't know if it's gonna show up on here. It's 21 degrees though. 21 degrees. That's insane. So we're here, we're at Prince Hotel. They have an onsen here, outdoor onsen. I'm curious about trying it. It's not too busy. Maybe I can do it. I'll take a look. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna take a look. I have to use the restroom. I'm gonna go inside and use the restroom. While I'm doing that, I'll ask. All right, here's the update. I guess after 3, you can't go in unless you check into the hotel. So I can't make any more video. I got all the way up here and it's too late. We left kind of early, but traffic was bad, so it caused me some delays. Plus we ate breakfast. Well, that sucks. Get all the way up here and there's nothing I can do. I hear the view is incredible from the natural hot spring, and it's coming from the ground. It's this is a volcanic area, like right over here. You can see steam coming up. That's from the ground. Can you hear the noise? It's volcanic around here, man. It's crazy. So you can hear noises and stuff coming from the ground. Yeah, like that. That's all natural hot spring. Anyways, they have people that go into those hot spring baths and they check the temperature all the time because, you know, it could go up, and so they have to protect people by checking the temperature constantly. This place would have, it's an old hotel, Prince Hotel, so it's kind of crappy, but everyone says the food is good. The restaurant's pretty good, not great, but pretty good. But everybody says the view is incredible. From, they have men's only, women only, they have private baths you can get, and they have mixed. The mix, of course, it's huge, and that's one with the best view. And luckily, not too many people go in there. You know, even Japanese are kind of changing, so it's not a popular spot. Just really the old people. And I was like, I'm okay being around old people. You know, they're strict. They give you a towel. You keep it in front of your genitalia area for a guy. But when you get into you're not allowed to take the towel into the water, so you have to put it on your head, and so you're completely naked. And if it's old people, I don't really care so much about. They say they allow children in that place, and that blows my mind. It's like, you don't let kids in that kind of situation. I don't like it. I don't think that's appropriate. Your kids around strangers and stuff, naked strangers, naked kids, that's so inappropriate. And I wouldn't be happy if I was in there and family came in with kids. I'd be jumping out so fast, but it would be too late. You know, I'd feel terrible. It'd make me feel like crap on the inside. You know, it's just like, I don't want to even be put in that situation. So we were trying to get a private room, because the private room's not nice. It's an old hotel, but it does have a window, and you get kind of a view of outside. Not as good, but it's cheap. But like I said, I can't even get a private room right now because it's only for people that checked into the hotel now after 3. So that's that. That's the story on that. So it's a long drive for nothing, kind of. Sorry, guys. I was going to show you some pretty cool stuff and teach you the culture a little bit, but that didn't work out. Besides, you can't take cameras in there. I understand that. I wouldn't want anybody to be able to bring cameras into the area. You can't take cameras in. Maybe the private one you can, but yeah, the cameras aren't allowed in the main areas, obviously. For good, that's good. But they also do allow children. That's not good. And the young people, luckily, they don't go in. Young adults don't go in for the most part, I don't think. So I think it'd be okay. I don't think I'd be too embarrassed. You know, old people, I don't care. Yeah, I don't know. It was just something to try. I was gonna make the view. The GoPro cam? I don't know if the dash cam video came out good, but man, was it beautiful coming up. Just gorgeous, incredibly beautiful. And the car did great. I was supposed to only have 32% when I got here. I'm actually at 54 when I got here, 54%. So it's doing great. The car is doing great. So yeah, I've charged to 90%. I don't know if I mentioned that in my last video when I charged that. I charged to 90% because it was saying I was going to have only like 18% when I got here at 70%. So I went to 90, and it still said only like 32, but I actually have 54. Actually 53 now. We've been using the car, but about 53% right now. We're going to get going. It should be more than enough to get down. I have to go up a little bit, and then I'll go back down. And the region's not bad. I'll get fairly good region, I think. Yeah. Ooh. Boom, boom, boom. That could be thunder. There are some light thunderstorms lately. The clouds are rolling in, so I should probably get going. All right, I'll see you soon. We're going to get going, and I set the nav to take me home. And it's going to take 5.5 hours to get there. I'm leaving at 53%. Look what it says I'm going to get home at. 44%, and there's no charging. There's no charges. I'm not stopping anywhere. I don't understand what that means. Road trip estimate minus 15%. I don't know what that means. Guys, put in the comments what that means. That's the first time I've never used the Navi for this situation. But it's not recommending any chargers. Now, there's a ton of chargers on the way home. So, I mean, if it starts getting really low, I can plug in. But that's insane. Now, granted, when we've gone in our Leaf from that tennis town, what's it called again? Kaorizawa. The Leaf, we were able to get almost all the way home on that little teeny battery pack because you're constantly just going down the whole time. Because Gunma and Saitama are higher elevation than Chiba. So even though you don't feel like it, you're not going up. So it's constantly down. So you're not using that much battery to go forward, even when you feel like you're going, flat surface. So that's fascinating. This is interesting. I'm gonna keep you guys posted on this. This is crazy. Yeah. So I just wanted to show you that before we get going. That's crazy. I probably should charge my my GoPro camera up. The battery's probably already dead again. I did a lot of recording. I'll try to record some more on the way, but the clouds have come in. It's now pretty much visibility is nothing now. So I'm glad I got the video when I did. So let's get going. If there's anything worthwhile recording, I'll turn on the dash cam. All right. I don't know. いい匂い。いい匂い。Huh? What?
You see inside? Old style.
Oh yeah, yeah. Retro game hall. Cool. They're doing that because of me. They're doing that because of me. Yeah, they do it. That happens a lot when they look at foreigner. All of a sudden, they switch to English. What? You can go there. They have a private room. I got bit, I think. I got bit. Oh, these girls. Ew. You can see it bubbling. Hot water. Oh no, too hot for you to touch. I can feel the heat from here. Yeah. So, hey. Yeah, I got bit. Oh, you have to go that way. You have to go that way. Stop the video. I drove my car through this little town, this little area here. Major tourist spot. This is where called Kusatsu, and this is one of the natural hot springs area. It's so hot you can't touch it or you'll burn yourself. But this is like the concentrated sulfuric natural hot spring water right here. It's famous, and they built a town around the stinky spot. Boy, it smells bad. It's pretty cool. Oh, it's pretty clear, isn't it? The water's clear. The water's really clear. The rocks are all white from the sulfur. Or yellow, kind of yellowish white. And what do they do with that? They're channeling the water down those troughs, and it's going everywhere to different places for hot baths. Pretty cool place. Yeah. Look around, I'm hungry. So, yeah, I drove my car around here. It was fine. The hills are crazy, but the car handled it no problem. A lot of people, they don't really move out of the way for you either. So, I hate when foreigners wear those stupid clothes. Yeah. So here's some natural hot spring water. Oh, that's not too bad. That's actually, yeah, they channeled it long enough to bring it to a decent temp. It feels so good. Hot water, but not too hot. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can smell the sulfur.
Can you?
Yeah. That's crazy.
뭐지?
That feels great. And they have a foot bath here. You want to do the foot bath? I left the towels in the car. No. I left the towels in the car though. Really? I don't know. So we want to put our feet in here, but I left my towels in the car. I usually have my head towels with me. I left them in the car. So how do you dry your feet if you don't have towels? Huh?
You buy towels.
Where? I have like 3 towels in the car, brand new. I'm just clean towels. That's cool. It's all free. Natural hot water, foot bath. People are lined up for some kind of restaurant, looks like. Famous restaurant, I guess. So she's calling people. Restaurant's alright. Yeah. No, zen. The wind's blowing pretty good. The wind chimes are going nuts. Where'd she go? Where did she go?ここ座っていいですか？
どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。暑い？
暑い。
めっちゃ暑い。やばい。僕弱いやん。
オッケー。
おー、it's hot。僕弱いでしょ。お風呂あまり好きじゃない。暑いすぎ。おお。動くないわけ。ね。動くな。じゃあちょっと動いて。痛い。あ、本当？あ、どこちょっと分からなかった。うん。いくら？チャオ。I can't sit down though. 抜いてるよ。So is this 7-year-old egg?
No.
No.
だってそれ黒いやつやね。
But this is cooked in the same water?
多分。
Ugh. Sulfuric water. They cooked it in sulfur water.
じゃない。多分ね。
You get first bite. But it's not the 7-year-old type. The 7-year-olds are black,
そう
right?
そうそう。
And what do you call it?
温泉卵。
Onsen tamago. So natural hot spring egg. Okay.
美味しい。食べる？はい。いいよ。
Yeah. It's crazy. That's cool. That's
何度あるんだろ
pretty hot. Because when I stood in the foot bath close to the thing like that, oh, it was hot. My legs are red. My legs turned red. That was
They don't
crazy.
really put the egg in there, that'll be fun.
That'd be fun. Yeah. Let's walk up and take a look from above. Huh? What?
It's kind of green.
Whoa, that stinks.
So, here too?
Oh yeah, that's bad.
Oh.
That's bad. I get a little better view from here.
That's too pregnant.
Told you. Well, there's another foot bath there, right there.
Oh.
Nobody's using that one.
Fresh じゃないか?
Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe not so hot.
子供用.
Maybe so. Karaoke box. Karaoke. That's crazy. This place is really pretty. It stinks, but it's pretty. I like it. It's very old style. Yeah, it reminds of old Japan before they started changing everything. Yeah, that's nice. Very cute. Lots of character. All right. Talk more later. 大丈夫? あ、ダックス来るよ。ダックス、かわいい。ああ、オスじゃない？こんにちは。あ、かわいい。はい。Friendly owner. Friendly owner. Those are really pretty. Hey guys, crazy noisy here because I'm right next to 16. We're in Noda right now. We're at Yoshinoya. Yoshinoya. They've remodeled their buildings. They now have drink bars inside. It's crazy. It's really nice. Nice dining. They took out the island, center island. They have a dining room now. So it's more family friendly instead of just truck driver friendly. So it's pretty cool. We're gonna eat here. My wife is hungry, and so am I actually. We haven't eaten since this morning at that breakfast buffet. So we're starving. And I mean, we had a little treat we got when we were walking around that town, but it was just a little teeny treat. I'll go over the numbers. My wife needed to go inside right away, so I didn't get to do the numbers. I'll go over the numbers after we eat. And yeah, so far so good. We left the natural hot spring area at the top of the mountain. We left there at 53%. Haven't done any charging, supercharging, and we're almost home. We're in Noda, which it goes Noda, Kashiwa, and then Yachiyo. No, Noda, Kashiwa, Inzai, and then Yachiyo. So we're getting close. We're getting really close. So yeah, I'll go over the numbers later on. It's pretty cool. All right, see you soon. Yeah, so I messed up. Obviously, it's not after dinner now. It's the next day. I'm sitting in a car. It's 35 degrees centigrade outside, so it's like 94 degrees Fahrenheit outside, so you can imagine what it's like inside the car. I'm not using the air conditioning because I want to go over the numbers that I can go over. What happened is I usually go over the numbers before I get out of the car, but my wife, she has a bum leg, and I had to help her. She had to use the restroom, so I had to help her into the restaurant. And so on the way back, I was gonna, after dinner, gonna go over the numbers, like I said, and but my wife once again needed help into the car, and there was two cars, there was a car on each side, and it was Japanese parking spots are really tight for Japanese cars, and this car is wider, and so I had to pull forward so I could help her get into the car. And as soon as I hit drive, you guys know what happens. Anybody who owns a Tesla knows what happens. It resets the current drive stats to 0, and it almost makes my video kind of useless. However, I still have trip A. Remember, I reset trip A kind of late in the video. I'd been driving for a while, for quite a while before I reset it. But I did reset trip A, and I also I still had the stats from the last charge, and I did a charge. That last charge was at that super hot roadside station with the restrooms were really far away for me to go to, and so I had those stats as well. And that's why I'm sitting in this hot car. I want to go over those numbers real quick. But yeah, I want to apologize. I've been driving for over 10 hours yesterday, and I was really tired, and I knew that happens, and I just didn't think about it. Hit drive, and I saw my stats go 0 because I had this thing popped open at the time. Where is it? Trips. I had this thing popped open. As soon as I hit drive, this thing zeroed out. So you can see the current drive. Look at the numbers. Only 41 kilometers an hour. 99. That's from where we ate. It was zeroed out. So I really apologize. And it does kind of ruin the legitimacy, I guess. You just have to take my word for it, kind of. But I mean, I do have the stats from the last charge, which is right here, 318 kilometers, total energy 35 kilowatt hours, average energy 111 watt hours per kilometer. And I'm showing 107 kilometers right now, but if you go here, it says I still have about 150 kilometers at that. 164 if I go here. I'll go from here. At 50 kilometers, I still have about 150 kilometers of range probably, because I'm averaging 99 watt hours per kilometer, it looks like. Which isn't too bad. You know, I was using the air conditioning a lot yesterday. On the way home, I didn't have to. It cooled down with the thunderstorm. It cooled down, so I was able to open the windows on the way home from the restaurant. So that kind of, you can see from the restaurant it's starting to go down. That helped. So most of it's just from coming down the mountain. Now, one thing I was upset about is, if you remember, I left at 53% from the resort town. And there's two resort towns. The one high up is the famous one that I stopped at with the Prince Hotel. I don't have the name in my head right now. There's one just a little bit farther, a little down below it, and it's another famous hot spring town. And we stopped there. We went down to that, and we stopped there, and I got some great video of that. Obviously, you saw that. And then from there, I went back down again. Both times, coming down to the lower altitude hot springs resort, coming down to that, my regenerative braking was cut. And it says, you know, tap here for further information. I tapped it. It said either cold battery, which is impossible. Yesterday was nice and warm, and I charged it, you know, at that supercharger. So they said either cold battery would cause it to cut the regenerative braking, you know, your amount of power you get back into your battery, or if the battery's, you know, got a lot of charge in it. It was at 55% when it cut it. So I guess on this Tesla, because this happened a long time ago. When I first got the car, we took the trip to that tennis town. Once again, I'm fried. I'm tired, guys. So we went to a tennis town, and where there's a mountain where it has like 180 hairpin turns. It's really cool. And coming down that mountain, it did the same thing, and I was at 50-some%. So I think the magic number is 55. When you get 55%, it just doesn't let you regen anymore. So I was coming down altitude, because we were over 2,000 meters, about 2,100 meters at the highest point when we got to the highest point. 2,100 meters high, which is, for Japan, that's crazy, but for America, maybe not so impressive. But what is this? That's like, what's almost 7,000 feet? I don't know, something like that, 6,000 something. But yeah, it's pretty high up. And it was coming down. As you can tell, I mean, we left at 53%. I'm still showing 25%. After traveling, well, Jesus, over 100 miles from there to here. So I traveled 180 kilometers, so whatever that is in miles. It was about 180 kilometers one way, so from there to here. And after traveling a little over 100 miles, I still got 25% from 53%. So I didn't get a lot of juice back in the battery, but at least it just kind of, you know, broke even going down. I didn't lose any energy. I didn't gain any energy. It was a sum total of zero, right? Just coming down most of the time, which kind of sucked. I would have liked to, like my Leaf, I was always able to get like tons of battery, you know, the battery didn't cut out at 55, 60, 70, 80. It would just keep going. And so I could regen pretty good coming down big mountains on that. This car is a little different. So at 55, they cut you off. And so it just stayed at 55 the whole descent down. And so yeah, by the time I got to about probably 700 meters height, it leveled out. And then and it was still coming down because I live closer to the ocean, so it was still a slight, you know, decline, but not noticeable. You're still having to give it axle and stuff to go, but it's a slight decline. So I was way more energy efficient coming home than I was going over there, obviously. So yeah, so there you go. Those are the numbers. Let's go over them real quick. I'm sorry, guys. I really messed that one up. So here it is. So since I reset it, I went, and remember I reset it late. So this is low. This number is the lowest. So 405 kilometers total for yesterday's drive, but more like 435 probably, something like that. I don't know, 25. I don't know. I messed up quite bad. So however, I think I did mention the odometer at the beginning of my video. So if we go by that, if we were to go by what I subtract that number from this, I would know what my distance was for the day. I guess I could figure that out, or somebody else out there could do it. But yeah, there's 405 kilometers for my trip A, saying I used 46 kilowatt hours total, and 114 watt hours per kilometer, which actually is pretty good because I was using the air conditioning like crazy. Remember, it got really high. It was 38, no, sometimes 39, but about 38 for high most of the time. Like I said, last charge went 318 kilometers from the last charge. Last charge I got to 90%. I charged it to 90%. So from a 90% to 25%, I've gone 318 kilometers, which I think that's pretty dang good because we're going up a mountain and coming back down. And like I said, it cut me off at 55%. It cut me off from regen. So can you imagine that? I charged it to 90%, and this is a big ass heavy car, really heavy car. Charged it to 90%. I got to the top of the mountain, which is 2,100 meters from about, I think where I charged it was like 700 meters, right? Something like that. So I went to 2,100 meters from 700 meters, and I only went down to 53% from 90. I think that's really impressive because I was using air conditioning the whole time. That's crazy. You saw the dash cam. It was crazy. So yeah, these are stats. I'm so sorry guys I just messed that one up really bad. I have such a headache. It was a long drive yesterday. My eyes are showing I'm exhausted still. I need more sleep. Unfortunately, tomorrow's a work day. So yeah, just want to say that town we went with, the town that was below the, I don't know, what's the name of the town? Kusatsu, I can't remember. But the town we went to where they had that outdoor foot bath I was in, and it had that really stinky central natural, just real natural raw hot spring coming up from the ground. That area was actually really good. And I think I'd prefer the foot bath. I'm not a bath guy. I just thought it'd be something different, interesting to make for you guys. I'm running out of ideas for places kind of close by. You know, I can't make any trips. My wife works 6 days a week, and I'm busy as well. And so we do have some vacation time coming up, but we're going to Okinawa. That's the plane. So we're going to Okinawa this year again. She loved it last year, so we're going to go again. And after that, she might have jury duty. So the plan was when we got back from Okinawa, we have 2 weeks vacation. We're going the first week to Okinawa. The second week, we're going to do a legit road trip with the car and camping and stuff. And she got jury duty. She got summoned. So she's got to do jury duty. Maybe. She's going to go, I think, 15th of September. And she has to do, they're going to interview her. The lawyers are going to ask questions, and they're going to figure out who's going to go and who's not. And she's hoping to get out of it. So we'll see what happens. She does. It is difficult. Her job she works at, it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be easy for her to take time off for the judge, for the court case. And so she's hoping that with her health issues and stuff like that, that the courts will give her a break. We'll see. We'll see how happens. If she doesn't have to do the jury duty, then yeah, we can do a decent trip in the car finally. But yeah, in the meantime, yesterday's trip was kind of far, and it was supposed to be fun and interesting and blah blah blah, but I'm not a bath person, and I don't get it. I don't understand why Japanese like to go. It was shocking when I got to that Prince Hotel. I didn't take the camera inside. It was packed. The check-in was packed. It was an hour wait just to check in. Just the line was so huge. Everybody's just dying to get into the bathtub. And I was like, that kind of freaked me out. I was so glad that they had private rooms for my wife and I, if we were going to do it, we were going to use a private room. I was curious what the view was like from that one main room, which is kind of mixed. So I was asking around, and the staff claimed nobody ever goes in there. You're probably going to be fine because, you know, it's not a thing anymore. The Japanese old people, they like doing it, but young people aren't into it, which is great. I'm glad about that. Maybe a family might go in there, but if that was the case, I'd be like freaked out. But the chances of that even happening are very slim. So according to the staff, it's very seldom used. It's usually just really old people because they're old fashioned. The young people, they're not into that stuff. Oh, so good. So I was going to, but I couldn't take my camera. You know, they had, and good. I'm glad about that. But I wouldn't have been able to shoot any video of the scenery that you can see from the big. It's a gigantic outdoor hot spring, and the view of the mountains and everything, and the lake below, it was going to be incredible supposedly. And I was going to try to get that. I was going to run in real quick, but you have to go through the other. You can't just go separately into that room. You have to go through the other ofuro. The other hot spring area, the men's side only stuff, to get to the mixed. And so I get caught right away with the camera. I can't do it. And I'm glad they don't allow cameras. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad about that. However, I just wanted to get some shots of the scenery, and it wouldn't have happened anyway. So the whole plan was kind of falling apart real quick once I got to that hotel. And so I'm just glad we found another place, and we did the foot bath, and we walked around, got some great video of stuff. I wish it was smell-o-vision. This sulfur was so bad, I was like heaving sometimes. Once in a while, it would just come up from the ground extra strong, and you would get a whiff of it, and it's like you start going, It was really bad. It was really bad. And my car still smells of sulfur a little bit. That sucks. My car's Satan. But yeah, so anyway, I cracked myself up. I'm sorry, guys. I was laughing at a dumb joke. So yeah, I apologize, but I think it worked out kind of as far as that goes. But I really messed it up with putting in drive and current drive being erased. I mean, I didn't erase since the last charge. Like I said, we charged before we went up the mountain and came back down. That's all real. But I wanted to give you, like, it was really cool, because even though I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't getting region after 55%, because it was a sum zero thing. It was saying I had 999 kilometers of range on my current charge, and my stats were like through the roof. It was really cool looking, but yeah, I lost all that. So it would have been cool to show you that. It was pretty funny. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm so glad I didn't have to take a bath after all. Even a private room. The private room that's an old hotel. It just looked nasty. And you have to check into the hotel to get it at that. If you get there before 3, I could have done it. And that would have been best anyways. You get there before 3, there's no children, there's no families. Everyone's checked out. It's just mostly local old people and stuff. That would have been best. If after 3, you got families, you got children, you got young people, you know, it's different. And the private room was nasty. It's old, it doesn't look very clean, and they have a window, but the window is all fogged up because it's just filthy and old. You wouldn't get much of a view from there. So I'm kind of glad I didn't have to do that. I'm a shower guy. I've never liked baths. I like to get in, get out. You sit in a bath, I just feel like I'm wasting my time. I got things to do, I'm wasting my time. Time is money as far as I'm concerned. And so I'm so glad that didn't work out. But it was just, it was also at the same time depressing because my whole plan was falling apart so quickly. So I'm so glad the second place we went to with the foot bath and stuff, that was so much better. So much better, more fun. And the foot bath is cool. I can handle a foot bath. It was hot. Wow, was it hot. I'm not even sure. I think I shot a video of the foot bath. I was so tired by that point even. I don't remember much of that town. I remember driving around the thing in the center, the natural hot spring in the center, and driving around that area with the crowds. And then I remember walking around, trying the foot bath and walking around with my wife, but her legs were killing her, so we couldn't stay long, and I had to help her up this steep hill. That was rough. And to get back to the car, we only had 1 hour because it was $7, roughly 700 yen an hour for parking, and I was running low on funds by that point, so I didn't want to stay too long. All right, that's it. hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. And give me, tell me what you think, what your thoughts are in the comments below on bath or shower and any of that stuff. Was this video weird and creepy? It might have been. I don't know. It's just, Japanese, the old Japanese, they were into weird stuff. Luckily, the young Japanese aren't doing it so much anymore. But there are still these weird places around. So anyways, let me know what you think. Bye, guys.